So fine. My voice is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we started the discussion of the session. That yesterday's class I discussed what is React.js. Okay, just once I'm refreshing that one. So tell me, what is React.js? Anyone? What is React.js? It is library of JavaScript. I told you. React.js is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay. Yes. So here, if you take JavaScript, React, okay, go to JavaScript, React, Angular, okay, and next one here, yeah, jQuery. All these technologies comes under client-side scripts. You understand? So Angular, React, jQuery, all these technologies comes under client-side scripts. Already I told you there are two types of scripts we have. Okay, so one is client-side script, another one is server-side script. So clients, if you take client-side script, so it executes in browser. Where this client-side script is executing in browser. And if you take here server-side script, it executes in server. So what are the already we have discussed examples for client-side scripts are JavaScript, React, Angular, like that. And what are the examples for the server-side scripts? Okay, just we have PHP, ASP, JSP, okay, etc. All these scripts comes under server-side scripts. It is clear. Like that, server-side scripts functionalities will execute in server. Client-side scripts functionalities will execute in browser. So who is using browser? Client is using browser. Okay, client is using browser. So client-side script functionalities are executing in browser mission. Like that, we have these two types of scripts here. One is a client-side script, another one is server-side script. Okay, it is clear? Fine. So as a UI developer, our role is to work with these client-side scripts. Okay, so if you take React.js, React or Angular, etc. So here these are all client-side scripts. The main functionalities of client-side scripts. So first point, why we are using client-side scripts? First point is to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML contours. That is the first point. Okay. Or did that come again? To apply dynamic functionalities on HTML contours. What the meaning of this? Changing the properties of HTML contours at runtime. Okay, this is the concept of this. Is it clear? So changing the properties of HTML contours at runtime. So in this point of we are using this client-side scripts. Okay, next one, validations point of view. And next one, Ajax, to work with the Ajax. So in that point of we're taking the support of client-side scripts. And next one here, to execute some logics in browser. Like that, in website, definitely we are using this client side script. So example, one use case I will tell you, you will get more clarity in this point of view. So for example, login page if you take, yes. So first of all, we have to design that page as the first step. Okay, in login point of first we have to design the page. Next one, so implement, okay, validations. Next one, so when user click on the login button, send data. Data means what is that? Username and password to server. Next one, check username, password valid or invalid. Next one, just receive result and navigate to welcome or okay, invalid result. These are the different steps we have here. So first we have to design the page. Next one, implement validations. Yes, next send data to server. Uncheck username, password valid or invalid, and receive result and navigate to welcome or invalid user page. Okay, these are the steps which we need to follow. Okay, in this point of first, if you take here, design the page. Okay, in this point of we are taking the support of HTML, CSS. Okay, and implement validations. In this scenario, we are taking the support of okay, so client side scripts. Nothing but here React we are using. And next one, send data to server. Okay, so there we are using Ajax. Okay, so Ajax also we are using with the help of client side script only. So there we are taking a React, and here we have to connect with the database. Okay, this is not our role. Server side programmer will work on this. Okay, so in this designing the page point of view as well as check username password, not our roles. Okay, here to design the page, HTML designer will work on this, and here check username password with the database. By connecting with the database, server side programmer is coming into the picture. Okay, now here it is nothing but server side programming. Okay, yeah, so like just ASP or PHP. Now receive result and navigate to either welcome or invalid page. Okay, this is the concept. So in this point of view, again we are taking the support of so client side script. So here React routing concept we are using. Okay, so like that, in different scenarios, if you observe here, we are taking the support of this. Yes, client side scripts. One is the designing, implementing validations. Next one, send data and receive a result and navigate to welcome or invalid page. Is it clear? Like that, in these different scenarios, you take the support of client side scripts. Okay. Like that, these are the main errors. Means in a single concept, if you take in three different locations, we are using client side scripts. Like that, in website, many concepts are there. In every concept, we are taking the support of this client side scripts. Yes, yeah. So once again, you can see this React.js is an open source library of JavaScript. Library means what is that? It is providing set of functionalities to work with JavaScript. So many things you want to do with JavaScript, you have to write the logics. But when you are coming to this React.js, those are predefinedly available to you. Okay, so those functionalities are predefinedly available to you. So that is the concept of it. That's why I'm telling to you, React.js is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay, yes. So now here React.js we are using to work with the browser related functionalities, to work with the client side logics. Okay, in a website, so we are using client side script as well as server side script. So in old days, programmers use it to work with JavaScript, to work with this client side script. But in these days, React.js we are using. That is the concept. Okay, yes. So now here Jordan implemented this React.js. Who implemented? Jordan Bonke. In year, so 2013, he released this one. Actually, here he worked for Facebook. Okay, in chart window to apply in chart window, he worked with this React.js. But later, in many websites like Instagram and different websites, they use this React.js. Okay, so now what are the features of React.js? Already we discussed those points here. So React.js supports data binding concept. So some list of features I given to you, but I did not explain anything about these concepts. I will discuss each and everything in programmatic way. Okay. Just what is that list supports data binding, single page application, and JSX formats, JavaScript XML. Like there's some points I told you. Okay, just what is this, what is this. I did not discuss any information about these points, and I did not discuss any programs also. Just what are the features we have in CRGS. Based on these features, we have to start the programming. Okay, yes, okay. So those features again I will repeat with programming. In detail, we will discuss each and every feature with programming. Okay, fine. So now here, just prerequisite is to learn this React JS in Agreement, JavaScript. As I told you here, JavaScript is very important concept for us. Okay, so without idea on the JavaScript, we cannot work with this React. Okay, fine. So the prerequisite is to learn this React is nothing but JavaScript we are using. Okay, so that's the first we need to start the JavaScript concepts. Then we can work with these React JS concepts. Okay, so now here, yeah, you people, Ajay, Abhishek, okay, so and Bhavani, others, okay, you got some little bit clarity what is React JS, okay, what is client side script, that clarity you got, I think, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
any questions you have now, you can ask me now. Any queries? Yes, so you have any doubts? Okay, like that. So just a given small information only. Okay. So what is React JS? That's all. I did not start anything. So I have given very small information to you. Okay. So now here any queries we have in this point of view? No doubts. Okay. Fine. So here now we are starting our discussions with JavaScript. Okay, what is JavaScript and how to work with the JavaScript. Compulsory here. I told in yesterday's class only. JavaScript is very important for us. Okay, so to work with this React JS, we take the support of JavaScript. That point I told you. Okay, so now here JavaScript is open source client side script. What is JavaScript here? Open source client side script. Okay, yeah, JavaScript is an open source client side script. Okay, and implemented by Netscape Corporation in 1995. So here, don't mix Java and JavaScript. Java is different and JavaScript is different. Okay, Java is the product of Sun Microsystem and JavaScript is the product of Netscape Corporation. And JavaScript, if you take here, it is an open source client side script. Yes, it is open source client side script implemented by Netscape Corporation. Okay, fine. Next one here, JavaScript. Okay, initially released as a live script. What is the name of original name of JavaScript? Live script. Remember this one. Okay, it is live script. Initially it is live script. Later it is converted as JavaScript here. Okay. Yes. like that. JavaScript initially released as live script. Okay, yes, fine. So JavaScript is default client-side script of all browsers. See, this is a very important point here. Every browser is providing JavaScript. Okay, yeah. It is default client-side script of all browser. Love it. So here, different types of client-side scripts we have. Not only JavaScript. So VB script is there like that. But those scripts are not supporting by all browsers. Okay, JavaScript is a default client-side script of all browsers. Like, is it clear? Once again, if you observe here, JavaScript is open source client-side script, and JavaScript initially released as live script. Okay, original name is live script, and every browser contains engine to run the JavaScript. Okay, next one, JavaScript follows the standards of ECMAScript. Yes, it is following the standards of ECMAScript. What is ECMAScript? That is very important concept for us. Okay, so we need to discuss what is ECMAScript and how to work with this ECMAScript. Okay, so that we need to discuss. So anyhow, here you remember this point. Okay, JavaScript is following the standards of ECMAScript. Okay, so I will explain to you what is European Computers Manufacturing Association. ECMAScript stands for. What is it exactly? Yes, what is it exactly? And here, what are the rules of this ECMAScript? So everything I will discuss with you. So once again, if you observe here, JavaScript follows the standards of ECMAScript. Is it clear? Yes, fine. Next one, JavaScript. See, what are the rules? What are the points we are discussing here? Everything is applicable to React also. Okay, because React is nothing but the next level of JavaScript. Okay, React is the next level technology of JavaScript. Okay, now JavaScript is loosely typed script. What is the meaning of this loosely typed script? Yes. So the thing is, it is not supporting any data types. Loosely typed script means what is the meaning of this? It is not supporting any data types. This concept we are calling as loosely typed script. Okay. Yeah. Like here, number, string, these data types we are not providing at the time of variable declaration. For example, if you take C language or C++, so we are creating the variables now. Yes, at the time of creating these variables, we are providing the data types like integer, string, boolean. Yes, these type of data types we are providing here. Okay, yeah, but here JavaScript is loosely typed script. That's why we don't provide any data types at the time of variable declarations. You understand this point? Yeah, but internally every variable contains the data types based on the value we assigned. Okay. Internally every variable contains the data types based on the value we assigned. So what are the data types we have internally, we will discuss. Okay, so anyhow, explicitly means as a programmer, when we are creating a variable, we need not provide the data types. That is the concept of this. Okay, fine. Next one here, JavaScript is case sensitive. So JavaScript is case sensitive. It is supporting the specific cases here. We have to follow those cases compulsory. Okay. Yes. So JavaScript is purely case sensitive. And next one here, JavaScript is interpreted script. Yeah, why Bhagwat, you are facing any network issue? It seems like that. Yes, Bhagwat. Yeah. So now here, if you observe
Yeah,
JavaScript, yeah, any network issue you are facing?
yeah, a network issue is there.
Okay. So getting my voice properly, right? Now, okay.
No, okay.
Interpreted script means what is the meaning of this? The script is executing line by line. Okay, so line by line, if any error is there, it will stop the execution in that point, okay, in that line. And once you rectify, then again it will start the execution line by line from beginning onwards. Like that here, at a time the code is not executing completely. Okay, so interpreted script, interpreted execution has some issues because line by line means it is irritating for the programmer. I have written hundreds of lines code. In this hundreds of lines code, so I have errors in 5 lines or 10 lines. So if it is displaying the, yeah, hello, tell me. Yeah. So here the thing is, for example, I have written hundreds of lines code. So around in 5 to I have errors in 5 lines or 10 lines. So if it is displaying the all errors in single shot, as a programmer, it is very convenient to me to rectify all these errors. If it is displaying, okay, so every time only one error, every time I have to execute again and again this script. That is one drawback we have with this interpreted script. So anyhow, JavaScript is interpreted script only. But when you are coming to the React, they provided one compiler for us. That is many very good advantage for us. In React, they provided compiler. So anyhow, drawback of JavaScript is interpreted script. Compare with the compiler script, interpreted script is not that much user friendly for the programmer, because so at a time it will not display all errors. We have to rectify one by one. But the compiler script is very user friendly for us. Why? Because we are rectifying the all errors at a time in compiler script. So anyhow, in JavaScript there is no compiler execution. But when you are coming to the React JS, in this React JS, so they have provided one Babel compiler that is very flexible for us. I will discuss with that Babel compiler how to use this Babel compiler. What is Babel compiler? I will discuss with you. Anyhow, this is nothing but the compiler. Interpreted code right now React, but sorry, JavaScript is interpreted code. But when you are coming to the React is compiler code. I will tell you how to work with this Babel compiler. So but by default JavaScript is interpreted. Okay, now next one here. So we can handle the HTML controls using JavaScript. So HTML controls we can handle easily using JavaScript, and we can validate those controls like that. These type of operations we can perform using this JavaScript. Okay, yes, how to work with this HTML controls, everything we'll discuss. Okay, next one here, using script declaration style tag, we can declare JavaScript in web page. What is that we are using now? Script declaration style tag. Yes, using the script declaration style tag, we can declare the JavaScript in web page. Is it clear? Yes. So once again, if you are here, we are using script declaration style tag. See, one thing I'm telling to you in JavaScript, okay, definitely they will ask you 70% interview questions based on JavaScript only. No doubt in that point of view. Yes. So if you want to check right now, upload your resumes with React JS with a different mobile number, different name, and try to attend 2 to 3 interviews. Definitely, they will ask the JavaScript questions only. The JavaScript they will ask you hosting, ECMAScript standards, Okay, so like that in different ways they are asking these questions here, and promises. Okay, async await. Got it? Yeah, these are the all questions they are asking in JavaScript here. Okay, so that's why it is very compulsory for us to work with this JavaScript to attend the React.js interview. Not only React.js, even Angular students also, if you are attending Angular.js interviews, they're asking JavaScript because all these technologies are JavaScript dependent technologies only. That's why compulsory in React.js coding, everything we are writing in JavaScript only. What additionally this React is providing some more libraries, it is provided to simply work with JavaScript. That's all. But React.js is not different technology and JavaScript is not different. Both are same only, but React is nothing but providing a predefined libraries set of functionalities to work with the JavaScript. You understand? So that's why since companies JavaScript usage is very high till now. So that's why those programmers are simply converting into React programmers because almost all coding is related to JavaScript by learning simple concepts only. Okay, like data binding concept, and next one single page application concept, and JSX formats and Redux. By learning these small concepts, they are easily turning into that React programmers. But in JavaScript, very important concepts are there. Okay, advanced concepts are there. Like here, event binding, event bubbling, okay, event trickling, capturing. Okay, like that, different types of concepts are there. These concepts are very useful, and dynamic functionalities. Okay, so dynamic controls creation. All these concepts are very important to work with this React. That's why first we have to concentrate more on the JavaScript. Once it is completed, then I will start the React.js concepts. Okay, yes. So here these are the basic points which we discussed here. So JavaScript, okay, is open source. Okay, and next one, original name of JavaScript is LiveScript, and it is browser. For every browser, default client script is JavaScript. Okay, and next one here, it follows the standards of ECMAScript. I will discuss with you what is ECMAScript, everything. And JavaScript is loosely typed script, means we are not providing any data types at the time of variable declarations. Okay, and it is case sensitive, and it is interpreted script line by line execution. But luckily in React they provided compiler for us, that helps a lot for us. So I will explain you later what is that compiler, everything. And here HTML controls also we can handle with JavaScript. Like that, these are different features which we need to discuss before starting the JavaScript. Okay, yes. So these points are clear. Now just I will show you how to declare the JavaScript. That concept I will show you for today, and tomorrow onwards where we'll discuss the concepts of JavaScript. Okay, now here, see, for example, if you take any HTML page, yes, now here demo.html I have given. Yes, now here just we are using HTML and add here body tag. Yes, so this is the default structure of HTML document. Okay, so we are using HTML tag. After that, inside this head and body tags we are using here. Okay, so this is HTML document structure. So just I will give you some little bit idea about this head and body. Nothing is there. Head means in the browser top position we are calling as head location. Okay, for example here, so Chrome, let me open here. Okay, yes, this is a Chrome browser which is open. Okay, now here if you observe this browser, okay, yeah, this is nothing but head location, and this is body location. Yes, yeah. So here some HTML tags are there. For example, title tag if you use here, it displays title in this location, head location. If you play the image tag, that image is displaying in body location. That's why here if we are using any title related elements, then use the head tag. If we are using any body related elements, use the body tag. For example, title, okay, new and title argument like this. Now refresh. So let me open this file first of all. It is not open now. Yes, demo.html. Now you can see it display the text. This is new like that. Is it clear? Yes, it is displaying the text like this. Okay, yeah. And this is the body tag. In this body tag, I want to take one image control. Okay, ing source is equal to apple.jdbc and width is equal to 100 pixels. Yes, this is the image which we have taken like that. So this is simple HTML page. Okay. So right now my requirement is where to place the JavaScript. So which tag we are using, head tag or body tag? That is the first question here. Yes, you can place the JavaScript inside this either head tag or body tag. So right now I'm using this head tag. So script open tag here and script closing like this. In this clear, I have taken the script open tag and closing tag. Some properties we are providing now. Okay, in this script tag. One is nothing but here. So type is equal to text slash JavaScript. Now you can see this one. What is this property we have? Type property. Type property we are using in which point to specify the type of script which we are using in this space. Actually here the JavaScript is executing through browser. I told you, right? The JavaScript is executing through browser. That's why we are telling to the browser which type of script we are placing here. Is it JavaScript or VB script or CSS or any other script? That we are telling to the browser. So this is the type property. Okay, so type we are using to tell the browser which type of script we are using. That is text format JavaScript we are using here. Okay, that is the mean of this. Okay, but it is not compulsory to specify the type property because already I told you one point. Every browser default client side script is JavaScript. That's why even if you don't provide type property, it executes like JavaScript. Yes, yeah, that is the concept of this. Okay, so this is the type property which we are using here. And next one, language is equal to JavaScript. What is this? Language is equal to JavaScript. So language means that is nothing but a user point of view. For example, your JavaScript is there in this browser. Client is opening that web page in browser. When client right click and select, okay, so view page source option is available. Then client can understand you implemented JavaScript code like that. Okay, so but it is not required because client for client point of view, it is not compulsory to show the scripts which we use in this web pages. Okay, so anyhow this is language. Okay, like that we can declare the JavaScript. And here simple message I am displaying now. Alert is the message box. Okay, so welcome I am using here. So every browser is providing different types of contours like message box, prompt like that. So what I'm using here, alert welcome I have given like this. If I refresh, then it displays the welcome message like this. Fine. Now this JavaScript I have taken within the header tag. Now here, so how to declare JavaScript, that is clear. Now can I use this body tag? Yes, we can also use this body tag to declare the JavaScript. Then when to use this body tag? In which point of we are using this body tag? Yes. So you want to execute the JavaScript after execution of HTML controls. Then we are using body tag. Okay. Now here in this body tag also I am taking script open and the script closing here. Just I told you type is not compulsory because by default every browser default client side script is JavaScript. That's why every time no need to use this type. And a language, anyhow language doesn't have any functionalities. Okay, so that's why it is also not necessary. Let A B C D have given like this. Now refresh this. Just here, welcome is there and ABCD like that. We are getting this out. Is it clear? Yes. So now you can ask me, sir, what is the difference between these two locations here? Okay, is there any specific reason we have to use body tag? Okay, generally in all cases we should place the JavaScript with the head tag only, but there is some requirement based we are using body tag. What is the requirement based? I will tell you. For example, I want to take, okay, so after this image control, I want to display many text boxes in my web page like Excel sheet, something like Excel sheet. So then how to play the text boxes? In HTML, one tag is available. What the tag we are using? Input type is equal to text. This is the tag which we are using here. Now if you observe here, it displays a text box here. So here my requirement is in new line I want to display many text boxes. Now in new line only one text box is coming here, but my requirement is I want to display many text boxes like this. Means we have to place many input type text tags here. Now save this and refresh here. So we are getting the output like this, but this is not sufficient for me. I want to fill this entire web page with many text boxes just like Excel sheet. Okay, now here I want to fill this entire web page with many text boxes. Then how many input tags we can place here? Yes, that is not good now. So dynamically we have to generate the input tags. That too we have to generate these input tags after this. Yeah, which element here? Image control. Okay, so then how to work with this concept we are discussing like that. Okay, fine. Now here just I will write some simple JavaScript code in this point of view. Yes, now just take this script tag and script. So just see this code, don't try to understand this one. I will explain all these concepts here. Yes, so now I have given like this. Yeah, in this script, just document dot create element input. Yes, so that I'm storing variable. What is document dot create element? Everything we will discuss later. Okay, next one here. Yeah, document dot get element by not here body dot append shade the I have given like this. So document dot create element input and document dot body dot append shell con I have given. Now if you observe here, when I refresh, now this web page is coming with many text boxes like this here. Okay, so and then this web page is filled with so many text box controls like this. Okay, now if you observe, yes, means these type of logics you want to execute. Okay, so in this point of that script must be there after the specific controls here inside this body. Okay, so like that most of the situations we are using head tag, but you want to execute any statements after any HTML control inside the body. So here after image control I'm executing the statement like that. Okay, in this point of view we are taking the support of body tag. Is it clear? So here I am changing this code with simple message like alert, alert. Yes. So here from body. Now we can see this it displays welcome message and displays from body like that. Okay, fine. So like that we have these two different locations. One is head, another one is body. Okay, fine. So these two locations or any other location. Yes, we have one more location. That is nothing but external web page. In external web page, we are using this script tag. Okay. So now here, for example, I have common functionality which is sharing with among with different web pages. Okay. So common functionality is that the functionality I want to use with different web pages. In this point of view, we should take the script in external page. Okay, that I will explain to you. Okay. Now here new edit plus. Right now I'm using edit plus. After a few sessions I will discuss with you how to work with Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, fine. Now I have taken this edit plus. So save this file. myscript.js, something I have given like this. Okay, yes, myscript.js I have taken. So there to alert messages got and alert Amit event here. Now this is one file, external file. What this file? myscript.js file. This file I want to call from my HTML program. Okay, from this program. Then how can you call here? Simply take this head tag. In this, just we are using script s. src is the property we are using here. src is equal to, so what is that? myscript.js. I have given like this and close that. Now if I refresh now, then what is the output? We are getting Scott and Amit is the output. Like that we are getting this text message. Okay, yes. It is clear. Yeah, like that we are using this external script also. Now what is the benefit of this external script? Yes, we can use this external script in our HTML pages. Okay, in our HTML pages. Okay, so here many HTML pages we can use here. One is demo.html, next one abc.html, xyz.html. Like the different HTML pages, you want to use this external script, then we are taking this support like that. Okay, so this is about the script tag which we are using here. Okay, so like that, the thing is we are using that script with the different locations. This is for reusability. This is for reusability. Like, yes, yeah, clear. Any doubts you have in this point of view? So just we discussed how to declare the JavaScript. Now we need to start. So object concepts in JavaScript. What are the objects we have? How to work with this object? These concepts we have to discuss. I think you people got some clarity in this point of view. Okay, but the thing is, complete JavaScript is very important to work with this React. Okay, yes. So I started the JavaScript concepts. Okay, these JavaScript concepts, it will take around 20 days like that. Okay, once the JavaScript is completed, then I will discuss this. Okay, React JS concepts. Okay, and one more thing, sometimes I am taking the long sessions in this JavaScript also for you. Okay, so just like Saturday like that to cover it fast because JavaScript is vast. Okay, so it is big technology. That's why here sometimes we need to spend some extra time also to cover the JavaScript because our course target time is 2 months. Okay, so in these 2 months I have to finish that course means, so here's 1 or 2 Saturdays or Sundays we are spending some extra sessions. Okay, so then only it will be covered here. Okay, fine. So now you can ask me you have any queries in this point of, because today and tomorrow also demo classes are there. That's why I will take the session up to 50 minutes like that only. After that I will increase the timings of our session here. Okay, so 1 hour 10 minutes like that we will spend. So I'm asking you any doubts, any questions you have till now. We discussed these concepts now. Yes, you can ask me the questions directly or you can type messages in the chat window. That is any possibilities there. Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
what about the course duration?
For duration, I told you, 60 days it will take to finish the course.
Sir, timings?
Timings, so these timings only.
Only
Okay, so
7:30 to 8:30.
after that, I will extend some 50 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, right now 1 hour session I'm taking. Yes, yeah.
It's
Later I
not
will.
possible. It's not possible to 7 to 8.
Yeah, if you want, I will take no problem.
Because I have some work after then. I'm going to.
Okay, sure, that is no problem. Okay, yeah. So I will discuss with management and I will let you know. Okay. Yeah. Your name is Bhavani, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here,
So,
yeah, tell me.
hello. Yeah,
Tell me.
regarding this the duration of the course. So we will be doing the continuous 60 days, or we will be taking some in between Saturday, Sunday holidays.
No. So Sunday is a holiday. Okay,
Okay.
that only I'm telling to you. Up to Saturday we have working days only. Sundays holiday. But in these 2 months, these 2 months, so 2 Sundays no holidays for us. You understand?
Okay, I understood. And
Yeah.
regarding the study
These two
material,
Sundays, let me complete finish. These 2 Sundays we are spending around 3 hours each Sunday.
okay. And
Not
regarding the
every
training
Sunday,
material,
only two
okay,
Sundays.
okay, I got it. And other question is like in the React demo, we will be developing an entire like the front end application, or we will be doing just
Front end.
the concept-wise coding of the programming.
Yes, programming coding in front end point of we are discussing here. Complete coding in programming coding in front end point of we are discussing. And next one, how to communicate with the API services, backend API services. I will explain to you how to connect with the database. Okay, server database. Yes, and how to work with the CRUD operations. Okay, how to work with the CRUD operation. That concept also we are discussing. Yes, all these concepts we are discussing here. Server side code we don't discuss because you are not server side programmer. But how to connect with the server side code, that we need to discuss by using Ajax. You understand? The server
Yeah.
side Java APIs are there, or Node.js APIs are there. Okay, like that. These APIs how to call, how to push the data into that API, how to fetch the data from that API. These concepts we must discuss because in real time you have to work with all API calls. You have to call the API services.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yeah. Bhavan is supposed to say something and I'm not audible.
No, sir, nothing. Just
Then tomorrow we'll discuss the objects concept of this. Okay. See you in next session. We can leave.